Find out the best facility to buy in GTA 5 Online as we deep dive into the pros and cons of each location. My name's Dan, and I'm an old grumpy gamer. Facilities were added to GTA Online in the 2017 Christmas update. That's the 1.42 DLC, I believe, Doomsday Heist. They came with a bunch of new toys, some cars, and a new, and quite frankly, pretty darn awesome way to earn millions if you have a reliable crew. I remember when I first started researching facilities in GTA Online, I was overwhelmed by the options, but after some trial and error and quite a bit of research, I was able to pick the perfect one for my playstyle. So choosing the right facility is like picking the perfect home. You want something that fits your budget, matches your style, and is in a location that suits your need. There are 9 facilities dotted around the map in total. Each of them have the same layout, and they all come with a parking for 7 personal vehicles, storage for 5 specialist vehicles, including the Avenger and the Kinjali, media and seminar room for high setup, and more land than an American strip mall. Customizations are the same too, so you can tweak the decor, so that's the floor and trim, wall graphics, the lounge, and add personal quarters, a security room, and the infamous orbital cannon. So there's no difference there, making the only real deciding factors travel distance and budget. Starting with the Paleto Bay facility in Blaine County, which offers distinct advantages and limitations. So let's review the key factors. First, the cost efficiency. At $1,250,000, Paleto Bay is the cheapest facility, making it a practical choice for those on a bit of a budget. The facility is set against a scenic backdrop, offering a quiet setting away from the Los Santos hustle. This location also strategically benefits operations in the northern part of the map, reducing travel times for activities concentrated there. On the downside, it is a significant distance from Los Santos, so that's a critical factor. The remoteness means longer travel times, particularly when you're doing prep missions for the Doomsday Heist, which can start to get a bit tedious, especially if you're soloing things like the Act 1 Deluxo mission. Accessibility is also a concern. The time taken to reach other businesses' areas can grind you down a little, especially if you regularly travel to your agency, CEO's office, or your scrapyard. Next up, let's take a look at the Mount Gordo facility, nestled in the hills of Blaine County. It's like the introvert of the bunch, kind of tucked away in the hills, enjoying the peace and quiet. This one comes in at a modest $1.465 million, making it a solid middle-of-the-pack choice for those who want a balance of affordability with a touch of scenic charm. While the isolation can be a blessing for those seeking a bit of peace and quiet, it can also be a curse when it comes to missions that require frequent trips to Los Santos. Those quick jobs can quickly turn into lengthy commutes, eating up precious time that could be spent on more exciting endeavors. On the plus side, the Mount Gordo facility is conveniently located near several northeastern map activities, which can help cut down on travel times from certain Doomsday Heist preps. Be warned though, the winding mountain roads can be a challenge even for the most seasoned drivers out there. Moving on to the Lago Zancudo facility, which comes out at a cool $1,670,000. This one's all about location, location, location. Specifically, its prime spot right next to Fort Zancudo, the military base. For players who love a bit of action and excitement, this facility is a dream come true. Need to borrow a jet or a tank for a mission? No problem, just hop the fence and you're good to go. The close proximity to the base means that you'll always have quick access to some serious firepower when you need it most. But, as with most things in life, there is a catch. Being so close to a high security area means you might attract a bit more attention than you bargained for. While having the military's toys at your fingertips is a plus, dealing with the frequent patrols and the security measures can be a bit of a headache, especially if you accidentally enter their airspace. Ground access is also a massive pain in the backside with this one. Even though it's close to the highway, getting on and off can be royally annoying. Next up, the Ron Alternates facility, tucked away at the heart of the wind farm area. This one will set you back $1,885,000. First and foremost, the location. This one has easy access to the highway and is only a minute or so out of the city. So whether you're rushing off to prep for a heist or you just need to make a speedy exit, you'll be on the road in no time. But there is a catch. Those giant wind turbines can be a bit of a pain, especially if you're a newer pilot. Trying to maneuver a bulky Avenger around these spinning behemoths can be challenging. Once you get the hang of it though, they are a great way to lose airborne NPCs and rank 8,000 griefers. The Zancudo River facility, priced at $2,100,000, is set in a surprisingly picturesque part of the map, along the Zancudo River corridor. This central position is a significant advantage for those who like to grind the Doomsday Heist or do some remote missions scattered across West Los Santos and Blaine County. The facility's location allows for reduced travel times, however, the central location also means dealing with more chaos. Military operations going through the corridor and heavy player traffic can make the area feel a bit too much. On the positive side, the facility's proximity to major roads makes for a quick drive to any part of the city or countryside. If efficiency is your top priority and you don't mind a bit of an extra commotion, the Zancudo River facility could be an excellent choice. Keep in mind that the central location sacrifices some scenery for convenience, so if a quieter, more visually appealing setting is important to you, it may not be the best fit. Next up, the Route 68 facility. This one's going to cost you a pretty penny at $2,312,500. Smack dab in the middle of the Grand Senora Desert, this facility is all about the efficiency. If you're the type of player who's always on the go, bouncing from one mission to the next, you'll appreciate the quick access to central map activities, and while this seems a little out of the way, the Route 68 highway has good links, so if you're driving everywhere, this is a really good place to start. The facility's central location is fantastic when it comes to prep missions. You'll be able to knock them out faster than you can say orbital cannon, which means more time for the main event. If you're running with a crew, this can be a real game changer. Now, it's not all about speed. The desert setting has its own unique vibe, with wide open spaces and less of that pesky urban clutter. Sure, it might not be as pretty as some of the other locations, but who needs scenery when you're focused on the job at hand? Alright, let's talk about some of the bigger spenders. Starting with the Grand Senora Desert facility at a whopping $2,525,000. This one's definitely not for the faint of heart or wallet. But before you start clutching your purse strings, hear me out. First off, the location. The facility is right in the heart of the action-packed Grand Senora Desert. If you're knee-deep in Doomsday Heist missions, this is the spot for you. Quick access to the central map activities means you'll be running those heist preps like a well-oiled machine. Thinking about the RP for a second too, if you're into that whole rugged desert landscape thing, this facility has got you covered. Wide open spaces, panoramic views, it's like your own little slice of the Wild West. Plus you get that feeling of freedom and isolation without being too far from civilization, so it's the best of both worlds. Of course, it's not all sunshine and tumbleweeds. The open layout can be a bit of a double-edged sword. Sure, you've got easy access to major roads, but also it means you're a bit more exposed. If you're trying to keep a low profile during those high-stake missions, you might find the desert's vast visibility a bit of a challenge. The Sandy Shores facility, priced at $2,740,000, is a top-tier operation nestled in the heart of Blaine County. If your operations are focused around the mid-map area, this location is on the money. What sets Sandy Shores apart is its central position, providing relatively equal access to both northern and southern parts of Los Santos. This is a huge advantage for Doomsday Heist missions and prep activities that have you crisscrossing the map. You're never too far from your next objective, which can save you valuable time. However, the somewhat bustling nature of Sandy Shores means you'll encounter more traffic and potential chaos compared to more secluded facilities. It's not as hectic as downtown Los Santos, but it can slow you down a little when you're racing against the clock. And at the top tier of the facilities, the Land Act Reservoir facility comes in with a hefty $2,950,000 price tag. But before you balk at the cost, consider the prime location in East Los Santos. The Land Act Reservoir's proximity to major highways is a game changer for Doomsday Heist missions. The city is more or less on your doorstep, so this makes for quick access to just about anywhere you'd want to go. Plus, the reservoir provides a tranquil escape from the heist grind, while the city skyline reminds you that you're never far from the action. The views here at sunset can be quite astonishing. Of course, that kind of convenience comes at a cost. Nearly $3 million is no small investment, and for players on a tighter budget, it might be a tough pill to swallow. So, final recommendations. In my humble opinion, the best facility to get in GTA 5 for the budget-conscious player is the Paleto Bay facility. At just $1,250,000, it's the most affordable option, and its location in Blaine County is perfect for missions in the northern part of the map. Sure, it might be a bit of a trek to Los Santos, but the scenic views and the quieter atmosphere more than make up for it. Plus, think of all the extra cash you'll have spare for those all-important heist preps. If you're all about efficiency and don't mind splurging a bit, the Land Act Reservoir facility is the way to go. Yes, it's the priciest option at $2,950,000, but its prime location in East Los Santos is a game changer. With major highways right on your doorstep, you'll be zipping across the city in no time, making those heist preps a breeze. And when you need a break from the grind, just step outside and take in the stunning reservoir views. Like, trust me, it's worth every penny. Now that you know the ins and outs of each facility, it's time to make your choice. Let me know in the comments which one you picked and why. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome GTA Online content.